I'm Duncan Green. Welcome to Gym Hacks, your daily 10-minute dose of tips, techniques and innovations to make your fitness club stand out, more fun to run and more profitable. 600 seconds of takeaways that will make a difference. Our aim is to provide the very best free content on the web for you gym owners and operators. If you like our content, register for our free 6-week Exponential Growth Formula program. We're helping fitness club professionals generate the maximum revenues possible. Register below to enroll on the next program, which starts on the 1st of next month. Once you've registered, we'll send you the logins automatically. Also, check out our unique implementation service. This is a 100% done-for-you program of effective fitness club marketing, and it's supported by the strongest guarantees anywhere in our sector. Click below for details on this incredible service. But right now, let's get back to today's gym hack. Today what I'd like to look at is the importance of having a club member magazine. Now I know for a lot of you, you're thinking, oh my word, this is all I need. I've got to now curate content, produce it. But after all the years that I've spent in the fitness industry, what I can tell you is that a club member magazine produced quarterly, designed to engage your members and basically to increase the transaction frequency, really helps operators to drive revenue. And I would commend a club magazine all the time. Let's go into depth. So what I want to do in this presentation today, how to produce it, give you reasons why you should, what's in it, how to promote it, and how to measure it. So let's crack on. I recommend that you run it quarterly, every 90 days, like a school term, and you run your entire business in a similar light so that all of your programming, all your innovation, your new ideas, and your publicity is organised in 90-day cycles, 3-month cycles. And within each 3-month cycle, I'd like you to break that down. I suggest you break it down into 6 2-week campaigns, mini campaigns. Now, within your member magazine, once you've built it, you're then going to splinter it down. And inside a magazine is going to be a what's on guide. And that what's on guide is going to come back into this, splinter down into this 6 2-week idea. Mini campaigns. And you're going to be able to splinter those out. And what I recommend that you do in order to help promote the program, the magazine, and everything else that you do in the club is that you print off your what's on guide. And this becomes your link between the offline members coming into your club, being handed the what's on guide every time they visit, and linking them up to your online, much more expansive magazine where all your products are. So how do you produce it? So there are 3 main sections to the whole cycle. There is a planning section. There is a finalizing section when the planning has to stop and the decisions have to be made. And this is when the editorial is decided upon for production, what you're going to run in your period. And then there's a briefing period, because it's vital that everybody in your organisation understands what's in the magazine and knows exactly where they fit into it. If there's any articles, promotions that are within the mag that affect them, they need to know about it beforehand. So the dark blue, break your year up into those periods: January, March, April, June, July, September, October, December. And they work well for fitness clubs because they're the main seasons. And you'll see that you're starting your planning 3 months beforehand. So January, March, you're going to start in October. And that means you pull together your editorial team. And we'll show you exactly what goes into that editorial in this presentation. Pull them together and you come out with what you'd like, what you think you might like to advertise. That gives you a month to do that. And then the next month you would be finalising it, as we discussed, And in December, you brief the staff and produce the mag. Launch it for January and start to review, excuse me, in February. And so the cycle goes on. Now, why should you have a magazine? Well, people learn in a whole manner of ways. 3 ways, largely. Visually, they like to see things, and a magazine, newsletter, helps. They also like to learn using auditory media. They like to listen to what's going on. Now, the beauty of a member magazine that's online is you can tie in audio directly in on a hyperlink in the magazine. And the third way, and the majority of people like to learn kinesthetically. They like to do it, try it. And so the beauty of the magazine is it allows you to advertise more things for people to try. So in your magazine, you are going to be launching different trials, different sessions, different clinics. So let's look at why people would benefit from your quarterly newsletter. And the first thing is because your competition, as sure as eggs are eggs, are not going to do it. So this is going to make you stand out in a crowded market. And what you're going to find, as we have experienced over our time in producing these for our client clubs, is that members tell their friends, non-members, about what's going on. It allows members to show their friends exactly what's different about their club. So you get the benefit of standing out in a crowded market. The mission is to promote more services easier. Members love to be informed, and having a single go-to area like the quarterly magazine makes it easy for them and for you to keep each other up to date with what's going on. Referral schemes require you to have engagement with a lot of people, a lot of your members. And again, the club newsletter is a focus for your audience, for your member audience, and it allows you to run your referral offers more successfully than any other medium. It also gives them a longer period of promotion, the 90 days of the newsletter. And obviously, because it's repetitious, because you're always putting out a newsletter, so your referral scheme becomes more ingrained, and therefore it becomes more immediate to your members and they react more positively to it. One of the areas of revenue generation that's often neglected is the opportunity for selling sponsorship and advertising to B2C companies in your area. Now, if you or I run a restaurant in the same catchment as your fitness club, the chance to tell your 1,000 local people about the menu and the opportunities with that restaurant make you the number one go-to advertising opportunity for that type of company. And there are 50 or so types of categories of company locally who would benefit from being exposed to your 1,000 member advertising opportunity. And they will pay money, good money, often running into the hundreds if not thousands of pounds, for the benefit of leveraging your audience that you've built. As we've said, one of the important things about the club newsletter is revenue generation. Driving referrals, selling club services, but it also allows you to sell third-party products effectively. Again, you have an audience, it's a local audience. There are certain products that will sell very easily through your club newsletter. Now, when you run an online newsletter, because of the power of hyperlinks, you can link in then to audio, to video, to your social media channels, to other people's websites. So that also offers up the opportunity to inform about a wider variety of products and also to drive revenue. When you get your newsletter right, it's a powerful tool. And one of the things that when you're following up, you're nurturing your prospects about the benefits of joining your club, what better tool than to send them a copy of your newsletter, your magazine, to explain why your club is different in this crowded market. The potential of running fitness services, both to retain your customers, to attract new ones, and to drive revenue by secondary sales, is unlimited. However, in order for that to be effective, you've got to create your audience, and your club newsletter is your perfect launch pad for all of your fitness services. And really good operators are using their club magazine to launch fitness services, to run pilot schemes in order to, one, allow the early adopters amongst your membership to put their foot in the water, to try out some new ideas that your club has invented, in lieu of creating testimonials and customer reports on how they felt about it, what they liked about it, that you can use in your newsletter next issue to drive the social proof you need in order to really ramp up the interest from your members. So use your club newsletter in order to remind members of the services that you provide, alongside the new ones that you want to. We just touched briefly on the pilot fitness programs. So use this as your lab for creating new ideas, and offer members the chance to perhaps try them free, or to refer their friends to a free pilot. Again, to prove whether schemes work and are commercially viable before you launch them. It's a wonderful way to introduce your staff members to your wider audience, to your membership, to give your members a greater insight into the type of people that you employ, their interests, their hobbies, why they're specialists, how they can help your members. And it will help you to, one, improve the social interaction within your club, as well as it will help drive revenues through increased fitness service provision, personal training, retail, or whatever. Part of your membership retention strategy should be the use of recognition. And what better method of recognizing your members' successes in whatever criteria you're using than through your club newsletter? There is nothing more powerful for a customer than to see their photo and their name cited amongst their peers by their club. Members absolutely love it, and it's certainly, we have seen it make a positive influence on long-term retention. And with that in mind, your club newsletter can advertise events in order to attract or retain. Club member and guest nights, new members evening, meet the manager, come and meet your fitness manager's monthly webinar on how to lose weight, or how to beat menopause, or how to grow muscle in your third age. Whatever your attraction targets are, create events. And again, your newsletter allows you to provide that vehicle to attract your audience. By having a club newsletter every quarter, it allows you then to change your club program every quarter. That keeps it fresh, it keeps it seasonal, and it allows you the option to change things without it looking as though there's some sort of desperation or failure going on. When people get in the groove of knowing that every term you will publish your club timetable, they're ready for it. You can launch it as other organisations do with a weekend where they can come and try new classes. But it keeps everything freshened up, seasonal and legitimate. Again, back to the power of retention. Through the greater awareness that your newsletter offers, so you will see improvements in attrition rate and most importantly in retention rate. The discipline of putting out this promotion every 90 days will also help your staff members to hold to the timetable, your promotional timetable, and gives them a very clear structure in which to work to. They need to produce their initial ideas by a date. They need to have created the article copy by a date. They need to have arranged their staff meetings and done all of the briefing by a set date. And everybody therefore, because of this structured approach, is much more aware of what's going to happen when their newsletter goes live. And therefore the whole appearance to the member is one of a very coordinated, joined up club, which can only benefit and make members feel so much warmer and more comfortable about being a member and paying you. It simplifies the marketing activity. And when you use your club newsletter in order to educate your members in exercise science and the biology of exercise generally, so again, you get a much more informed customer base, which helps retention. And again, when you're talking about a club where the majority of your staff are part-time on short-term contracts, maybe they're only new to the club, the problem of training them in all the things that go on in your program is made so much easier when you can just start to use the newsletter as one of your critical training aids. So you'll see there are loads of benefits. I've listed 20 benefits of using a club newsletter, and I commend it to you. You can use Canva, software called Canva. It has a free section, a free program that you can use to do it. There is a program that we recommend called Issue, which allows you to run these flip books, again, low to no cost. And there is no shortage of things that you can write about. In other gym hacks, we'll go through the newsletter topics in more detail. But as you can see on the screen there are 40 topics that we've identified that you could write about. And you need to then just apply this whole content within your quarterly club communication blueprint. And at the heart of it is your member magazine. And you, as we said at the start, you splinter that down and create your What's On guide and really engage your members in running much broader programs. I hope that's been useful. I commend it to you. Again, if there's any questions or requirements, or people need links to any of the software that we talk about in these, then please do contact us and we'll be more than happy to help. Thanks ever so much for listening. See you next time.